Hello, here we are. Okay, so welcome to Positively Entertaining Conversations. I'm your host, Guru Brando, and this is Lady Elizabeth Autumn McReynolds Groves. That was weird. It just did a flashy thing. Anywho's, okay, so we had to switch over from our SG Pathways page here to Facebook Live because my website's still kind of sketch right now. I don't know what's going on.
There's something up with the internet, I think.
No, it's not. It's on. I've got to go through and do some stuff, and it's just complicated. Complicated. All right. So the title of the podcast is "The Garden and the Glen," and I said we got a lot of ground to cover. Okay, so when you think of Glen, the word Glen, what image do you conjure up?
Just a foresty image.
Like Bambi?
No, it's not animated. Just like a...
I'm gonna choke you.
Like, say, you go out into the woods, into the heavy woods, and then you find a clearing in the woods that's surrounded by heavy trees.
Okay, so like Bambi.
Sounds like a meadow.
Yeah. So is Glen and meadow the same thing to you?
No, because a meadow is like much bigger, like a field.
Okay.
This is much smaller.
So Carol, a.k.a. the hand job, what do you think of when you hear Glen?
I don't know. I guess it's similar.
Similar?
It's a piece of land surrounded somewhat by...
I think of Bambi.
Woods.
I think of the poster of Bambi where the mom is before she gets killed. You know that shot?
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So I guess that explains why you kept saying like Bambi?
Yeah, that's where I was going. Hello, like Bambi. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, not like Bambi. What do you say do you think about Bambi?
It's literally exactly like that. Okay. Anywho, so Glen, like the forest or the groves. Hello, the groves, and garden. Because the garden's coming in. So the garden and the Glen. So the garden and the groves. That garden out there is probably going to be the death of you and Carol both.
I love it.
We'll see. Because a lot of veggies come out of the garden. And Grandpa is very diligent about the harvest.
Yeah. We got the big cabbage harvest. When it comes, then we'll be making like jars and jars of sauerkraut.
So, darling Carol made cabbage soup tonight, and I can't wait to eat it and stink everyone out.
That was good.
It's going to be fantastic. I discussed on the SG Pathways page before we got interrupted, I discussed the event that led to some frustration I had today to discover that Dad did not fix anything with water. He didn't turn it off after he had interrupted me to let me know he was turning it off.
I could be wrong about it, so...
I doubt you're wrong. That sounds totally like Dad. So, I love the man. But it's frustration sometimes, right? And that's kind of what I want to talk about, because whenever I get really frustrated, and this is different than angry, okay, so let me say, when I get angry, it's almost impossible to think happy thoughts. But when I get frustrated, I can kind of come out of that frustration. I think of the garden and the Glen. That's what I think of. Because to me, the garden is, I'm a vegetarian. So I really like the garden. You know, I like all the vegetables that come out. I like the effort that Dad puts into it. So it's sort of that peace for me. And the Glen is that dark side, Bambi. That's what I think of when I'm trying to be passive aggressive with myself, and I'm like, no, don't be angry. You don't really want to shoot anyone. Let's be cute about it and animate it and make it nice. And then it becomes Bambi and it becomes the Glen. So if you ever hear me say the garden and the Glen, that is good versus evil for me. So that's really what I think about. And now y'all are in on that little secret. And, yeah. So, a lot's happened today. And I'm trying to avoid discussing it. But I think that it's relative that we do. I don't want to get too political, y'all. But I don't want this to be The View, okay? But as a trans man, mind you, and this is where it gets hinky. As a trans man, I feel like I have every right to weigh in on my feelings as someone who's experienced womanhood and motherhood and etc. etc. I did not know that there's really women that feel like no man, trans or other, has an opinion or can have an opinion. And I was hurt by that because this person actually thought or didn't think past the fact that a trans man could have children and could still have children. And for those of y'all who haven't figured it out, I am, of course, talking about the ruling today. Now, I think I have every right to weigh in on it, regardless of my gender, just to be clear.
Joe's watching, and so's your sister.
Okay, just to be clear. Oh, Joe, I have to say hi, Joe. Now, I have a right to my opinion, and I don't expect anyone to agree or disagree. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep it non-political as much as I can. I am thankful that I have my children, and I'm also thankful that I have healthy children. I can't speak for those people who have to make decisions when their children aren't healthy, especially if they know that from the beginning. I don't know how this is going to play out, but what I know is that there's a lot of people at risk, and it's people that are living right now are at risk. I personally know one person back from when I was young who tried to give themselves an abortion and they died. It sucks. I don't want my daughter to have friends that have done that. I know my daughter isn't of that mindset, but she could be, later on. I'm sad for the people who this is going to be really difficult for. I, however, don't have to make the decision. So that's the only reason for me it's not a pressing issue. But I have children. So for me it's still a pressing issue. So just please be kind, guys. When you're discussing anything like this, be kind, because you don't really know who it is going to affect, right? So that's all I'm asking for, is some kindness when it comes to discussing the ruling today. And because it affects more people than you think. Now, even the trans men, it does. Oh, speaking of, so we were joking the other day about renting out your womb.
Yes, we are.
And I say joking because I was only half joking. I would totally rent your womb. Because it's not mine. So, you said what to that?
I said no thank you.
Yeah, it was a little bit more than no thank you.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do that.
No.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, if it was
I would sell my womb on the black market right now, though.
I would too.
Because I still got one.
But if there was
if anybody's looking for a womb,
close family member who was desperate to have a child and had the funds to do IVF and all of that good stuff, I mean, I would seriously consider
see, okay.
But
So right there, that is you saying, I'm not sure, even though you think you are.
I would not have my own child.
Right, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
I wouldn't be...
I don't even like kids after 4. Yeah.
And plus my 2. So
Yeah, plus your 2.
Yeah, it would have to be a very close personal reason. I wouldn't be able to rent my womb out to a stranger. I couldn't do it.
That sounds really weird when we say it out loud.
No, it shouldn't.
But it
It's all
does.
part of the same decision.
Like, I'm sure you wouldn't call it that. Like, if we were marketing, we wouldn't say, like, womb for rent, right? Oh,
I
my
told you.
sister's on. Sup, Shannon?
Yeah, I
What'd she say? Wish I would have done. I know. If she had rented her womb out. Yeah. It's a little weird to think about.
I mean, I know my eggs aren't any good, but I could probably still carry a child, but I wouldn't do it for just anybody.
I don't think I would. Ever. So what brought that up was I was thinking of seahorses.
Yeah.
And I said I would be a surrogate for seahorses. Because trans dads and other men would be the equivalent to the male seahorse. They carry him. Yes. So whatever. I'm just a seahorse.
Yes, absolutely. A unicorn seahorse. A sea unicorn.
That too. What do you think? You think I'm a sea unicorn?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Now, the question for you is, would you get that womb implant?
I've thought about that.
Oh my God, you have? Okay, talk about it.
Well, the funny thing is that
it's sort of freaky to me. I don't know why, but it is.
Back in the beginning, right after I first started, and we went.
First start transitioning.
And we went to Texas, and we went and visited.
Every time you say Texas, I follow it with "there's a whorehouse in it." Texas has a whorehouse.
And we went and visited Margaret, and Miosha was there. You know, we saw Keelan.
Oh, good.
Do you remember that?
Adam's on, huh?
Do you remember when we
Yes.
went? Okay. So, Miosha asked if I would do that, and at the time I was like, no, I wouldn't, because, in my opinion, in that moment was, I have no intention on carrying a child, and
periods suck.
That's not a concern of mine.
I'm just saying.
And to simply
so do pregnancies.
Have one implanted just so that I can experience a period, and that might have gone to somebody else who would actually carry a child. I couldn't.
Yeah, I got you.
I can't take away somebody else's chance.
Right, I got you. But you know that there's people like me that would totally let you have it.
Yeah, I mean, if there was if they said, "Hey, it's not taking away anybody's chance," and I'm like, "All right, load me up," you know.
Yeah, see, that's
I'm still not going to carry a child, but
narwhal, sea unicorn. I knew someone would know. God, of course Adam knew. Jeez, I think that my sister should give us a little shot of who I was playing the piano. You know, I've told you a story about my sister and how she loved to listen to me play piano all the time. And Lucas is now me, and Alex is Shannon. And I know it's coming. I know any day now she's going to do exactly what Shannon did. So it'll be interesting, Shannon, if you're still watching. Aw, she said I'd give you my womb.
I'd totally donate mine in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you would have 3 wombs. 3 wombs and no baby.
I mean, I would give it to anybody for free. Take it. You can do something with it.
Aw, Shannon.
I wish it were that simple.
I know, right? We would just stand in line. And I'm afraid of what Shannon's womb would look like, though. She doesn't seem like a real hospitable environment for children.
That's
just like
mean.
you. No, it's
That's
the truth.
mean.
I wasn't either. So it's really weird how things worked out. Anyway, well, we'll wait and see if she has to say anything about how much she loved me playing piano and what she did every time I played piano. So, anywho's, okay, so Lucas is playing, and he's really good.
Yes.
I'm amazed by it. It's real talent.
Yeah, he's decided that, where he is kind of advanced intermediate, and he's decided to go ahead and pick up Moonlight Sonata.
Yeah. I want to play this, and he's doing really well.
And
2 hands.
Yeah, he started, learning it on his own, and then when he took it to his music teacher, she's like, and he was adamant about wanting to play it, and she's like, okay, let's give it a go then. And so he's really been working on it, and he's doing very well. He actually has talent.
It's super weird that our kids have talent. Well, at least Lucas. Lucas. Oliver has a talent.
I think it's amazing getting to see the talents emerge.
Okay,
because we don't know. It's not that we don't think our kids are talented. We just don't know what their talents are until we see them emerge, and then it's amazing.
Oh my God! Okay, so Shannon says hostile, and Adam said a new sitcom, Three Wombs and a Baby. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what I did. Okay, so let me break it down for you. Shannon hated me playing piano so hardcore, especially in the summer, because I would do it to annoy her. Like, I remember thinking, she's still asleep and Dad wants me to wake her up. I'm not going to go wake her up.
I'm just going to play really loud.
So I would just go in there and just, like, start playing Chopsticks, like, as fast as I could, like the most annoying song in the world, right? And sometimes I would get the organ beat going, because we had a big organ, too. And that's what she said. Anyway, so I would get the rumba going or something like that, and so then I would have a beat and I would be chopsticking to it, and she would come in and lift the lid and drop it on my hands.
That's nice.
She sucked. She was evil. No,
You were annoying.
I was.
But you pounded, yeah.
So Squidward and SpongeBob.
You pounding out chopsticks is going to probably annoy anybody.
God's
probably like...
But like I said,
stop it!
Oh, of course. Must have blocked that out. She says that a lot. She has blocked out a lot of our childhood.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I don't remember that. That must not have happened.
Yeah. Dad does that too, which is so great.
It's family tradition.
About Dad. He has that, not just, he gets away with it because he's 80. He can say that. And it's like, you and I, we fall for it constantly.
He's adorable.
She keeps saying that. Carol keeps saying he's adorable. Just because he's 80 doesn't make him adorable.
No.
It just makes him a survivor,
He's
okay?
healthy and adorable.
He's a survivor. That's it. Adorable is... But you
No,
say
he
that...
didn't.
Huh?
He didn't forget your birthday, Shannon, did he?
No. He
No.
probably... Did he?
No.
He blocked me out.
He was probably trying to tell you happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Whenever that happened.
So that man, I can't. He doesn't even know what day it is, I'm pretty sure.
We talked about it being her birthday, so...
I know!
He probably still thinks he
Literally
told
had
you
that
happy birthday.
conversation.
Yeah, because we talked about your birthday, so maybe he thought he called her. Okay.
Yeah, we probably should bring that up to him.
Yeah, so for real, we need to have a real conversation, Shannon, about Daddy-O. He's an interesting character. So Dan is still here with Rory until the 30th.
Yes.
And we just discovered that everybody but you has plans on the 30th. So you're going to be riding with Rory to the airport.
I think that was my destiny.
Oh, happy day. So I was singing a song. The little ditties that I like to do. While the kid... Huh?
Everybody loves when you sing.
I know. I serenade. And even
Everybody's
Shannon knows about it, too.
Think of the chopsticks being pounded out.
Oh, Shannon's familiar with just my obnoxious singing, too. I've been doing it my whole life. So I was singing for Lucas and Oliver, as I always do. And I was singing Sweep, Sweep, Sweep the Floor. And it has more lyrics, but I'll spare you. And like 10 minutes later, I caught Oliver singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat. And I was like, oh, so I thought you didn't want to hear that song. And he's like, what song? And I was like, Sweep, Sweep, Sweep the Floor. And he's like, excuse me, that's Row, Row, Row Your Boat.
Exactly.
Really? Okay, my bad. Sorry, carry on, son.
Serious about his chores now.
I mean, like, okay,
As long
so...
as he comes up with some bathroom cleaning ditty.
I was about to say, so his favorite chore right now is cleaning the toilet.
And the sink.
And, okay, I can't
And the
forget...
tub now. He has
sink and the tub,
expanded.
whatever.
Can't complain about a kid who loves to clean
No.
the toilet.
We love it.
Really? Because I can. I can,
fantastic.
because it's weird as crap.
When the autism works for us.
Yes. Is the autism really working for us right now,
Hey,
though?
that bathroom's getting cleaned every Wednesday.
Yeah, but the towels smell like cat pee.
Not anymore. I just washed.
Okay, so, and my sister, Shannon, who hopefully is still listening, can attest to the fact that we have this genetic code about us that I don't think I sent her the
I
thing.
told you to send. Okay, you're
Oh my
fired.
God,
I'm
Shannon.
done.
I have a thing to send you. So, we have this genetic code that makes our sweat and our urine, our tear, anyway, our fluids smell like cat pee.
Only to themselves.
Like cat pee, y'all. So, yeah. Only to
ability
us.
break down proteins. And
Adam says, I have a whole bathroom just waiting. Okay, so the genetic thing is all about proteins and how we break them down. And that's why I'm a vegetarian. Because whenever I eat meat, I get really ill. And it's also like lactose. But instead of being lactose intolerant, I am sensitive to the protein, not necessarily the sugar.
Right.
Okay, so and onions. Oh, the onions is so bad, but that's like a special kind of work.
You get bad headaches from it.
Yeah. Okay. So the cat pee issue, the protein breakdown. So I found this article thing, and that's what I have to send Shannon. But the towels upstairs had to be washed because Alex, who went to the campus today, the college campus today, couldn't get to it. She's far too busy, by the way, because she has a new car to drive. She has a full-time job. She has a boyfriend who, let's face it, it's a fiance. I mean, really at this point. She has a cat even. And she has a life, and she hates us.
And now she's starting college.
And now we don't matter. Right?
Well, did we? I don't think we've really mattered for a little while.
Not until she's about 21. 2021, she'll remember that we are people that she loves.
So, she didn't do the towels, so Carol had to wash them. And she's like, oh my God, they smell like cat pee. And I was like, I know.
Because I'd never really believed that
So-
you ever smelled like
I
cat pee.
swear to God,
never
nobody
felt that
ever
smell
believes
Well,
me.
but then he was a vegetarian, so once we figured out it was because of the protein breakdown,
But
now we know.
I still eat like fish.
Yeah,
so-
it's not as bad.
No, it's not as bad. So as long as I'm not eating the protein, it's not as bad. But yeah, it's
One of your children smells like that.
that would be Alex. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think
So
all four of them have a cat pee.
all four have a cat pee gene.
Well,
Probably.
Oh, Mandy's online and she's frowning.
Lucas is well into his onion factory phase, and Oliver is like
Canceling out.
close.
Are cats and boyfriends mutually exclusive? I mean, aren't they? Well, okay. So it's their little family. They need a little house with a white picket fence and shit to be all nerdy and weird about. That's how I
get
view
through
it.
college. And then
I know, I keep
live
saying.
happily ever after.
Yeah. I'm ready for a move out right now. She's a slob, y'all. Did you see her room?
Yes, I saw her room. I gave her a hard time about it. Told her she couldn't go anywhere until she cleaned it.
Did she? Oh, kick her ass, Seabass. I mean, yeah, Shannon was a slob too. Alex and Shannon are same. I don't know. I don't think Shannon's still slob though. Her house is always clean now. And she has that nice bougie get up outside.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
I'm jealous because I have a garden and a Glen. A garden and a Glen. That's what I have. And you have this nice bougie place. You could have a yard right now, and you could have a garden and a Glen right now.
You could.
You could, but you
I'm
don't. I'm
not
do.
prepared to let Grandpa go.
Yeah, I don't want Grandpa to go, not like forever.
No, but I mean,
No, not he could go visit.
okay.
Are you smelling your hands?
No.
Oh my God, that was weird for a minute. I swear I thought you were all.
Okay. Hello, Lori.
That's wicked. Please don't. Yikes.
Superstar.
Okay.
Superstar.
So, have you had any weird questions lately? Because I weighed in about, today about the ruling. Have you had any weird questions? Like any weird trans questions lately?
Alex and I talked about it a little bit on the way to the school, and but we didn't get much into it. It was just because, we were both kind of frustrated and we couldn't really talk about it.
That's not what I mean. I mean, just in general, has the weird trans questions picked up lately?
Not
For
me.
you. Okay. For me, they have. But then I discovered, I was like, I don't know why so many people are hitting the about me stuff, right? So I wasn't getting. And then Roy came home from work and said that somebody had been talking about my case. And the case that they're talking about, is in Texas when I lived there getting my gender marker changed and going public and all of that crap. And so I set a precedent in Texas. And that's what he was referring to. And
Now you got me doing it.
somebody here Somebody here had actually heard about it, and so we were talking about that a little bit, and I thought that it was. Now I'm reading it. I thought that it was interesting to have somebody that he's working with know that. Speaking of, are you ready for this?
I doubt it. I never am. What?
Well, now it's not that exciting.
Oh.
Okay.
I just hyped it up.
I know, right? It's like, oh, that's bad. So it's a grandpa story, so it's interesting. So when we got the futon, Roy was at work, so they brought it out and loaded it. And, of course, we were in Grandpa's big blue truck. Grandpa just happy as a pig in shit, you know, because he's going somewhere. And he's like a dog, just always ready to go. And so here
he's
comes
making
Roy.
stuff happen.
Yeah, I know.
He's really contributing.
Yeah, he loved it. So Roy comes out, and next to Roy is this like 8-foot tall dude, and he is carrying the box with the futons in on his shoulder, and he's just like walking over to the truck. Like, it was ridiculous because here's Roy next to him that looks like like a tiny stick figure, and it's like, it's the picture of you when you were at Anaconda with your battle buddy. So you were very small, and your battle buddy was Big Barwick.
Oh God.
So it was that difference.
Oh
in
no,
size.
Michael's.
Okay,
that
so
was
it was.
Kuwait.
So it was that.
Because he was a big dude.
Okay, so he just puts it in the truck like it's nothing, right? And I'm thinking, yeah, so this isn't going to be too bad when we get home. Holy shit balls! It was like a heavy box, you know. And so Grandpa had the 2-wheeler, and here he comes out with the 2-wheeler. But Roy was so excited to see Grandpa. He's like, "Hi, Grandpa," and like talking to him. And I thought, man, I remember being that excited about seeing Grandpa, my grandpa, Dad's dad. Which Grandpa's looking a lot like him, and so it's pretty neat. But anywho's, gets a 2-wheeler, gets it down here. We open up the box out here on the sidewalk, and it's just 2 pieces. So this is a futon now. So these 2 pieces, I should have recorded the unboxing.
Nobody wants to see it. Continue with your story.
Everybody does.
I
And
took
now
a
I'm going to
picture of
stall just for it. Okay.
I took the picture of the father-son time.
Right, yeah. So it's posted on here. So there was this pocket underneath that you can put your weed in, but there was this red ribbon, and it was like super long. It was all the way out. And then there's all these stickers around this little pocket on the underneath of the couch. And it says, legs in here. Big red arrow. And so I asked just quickly, where's the legs, as we open it. And then he said, are they down there? And I was like, no. And so we turn them over, and I quickly identify where the legs are. And Grandpa picks up the string like he's
What does this go to?
he's winding up the ribbon, and he's like, where's the legs? He's holding the ribbon, leading him to the big fat arrow that has the big fat sign that says legs in here. And I'm just like, unzip it. I said, unzip it. And he's still rolling up. And he's pulling at it at this point, okay? So he's pulling at it. And this big bag of legs that this ribbon's wrapped around is hitting it and trying to come out, but it's still zipped up.
Oh my God.
So I was like, unzip it. Just unzip it. I'm doing this.
Are you getting
to tell
this,
him.
Shannon?
I'm doing this, right? And so he finally unzips it, and he's like, boy, I guess they put this here so we would know where the legs were. He said that. Love him. I love him.
Adorable.
He is. And so I sent him on his way, and Oliver and I put in. But yeah, that whole we appreciate Grandpa,
Yes.
the garden, the picking up the packages,
Yes.
and the joy the kids get seeing Grandpa's face. And the wonder I have every time he comes in with the surprise on the weekend from
Garage sales.
garage sale side of the road.
Swap meets trash.
Some rando gave it to him. I don't know. He comes home with something every begin.
And unfortunately, inevitably, there's at least one thing in most of them that
I know.
like, dang, we're so
Really
glad
needed
we
that.
had this.
It sucks because it reinforces. It constantly reinforces his hoarding. Constantly, we reinforce him. It's almost as if we're giving him money for it. Because, you know, the joy that our happiness brings to him keeps him going. He's 80. He lives for us. And, you know, he's on the other side going, I live for chocolate cake. Shut up. Him and his hearing aids. What?
Mandy's on. Did you say hi to
Hi,
Mandy?
Mandy. I did once, but only once.
So would we. So would we, Shannon. We wish you'd come home with a girlfriend.
Oh, yes. There was, okay, so you know how much he loves redheads, Shannon. So his best good friend is this redheaded woman who comes and checks out the garden with him. And he is so oblivious to her interest, even after she cornered me and talked to me about him, so oblivious to the interest. And I broke it down for him, and he just looks at me and he goes, oh, I'm not interested. She's much too young for me.
She's 69 and is going to be
She's 69!
Cradle robber.
It's
You're
like,
not going to find ladies that are 80.
oh, look, Shannon's heard of her. Yeah.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm sure that he has said that she's redheaded too, because that's his big shtick. I love the redheads, and the blondes, and the brunettes. I love everyone.
Yes.
Not so much the bald people, which Shannon is married to Darren, and Darren is a hairdresser. And Darren told me few years, so before COVID, that I would not go bald. Shannon asked him. He said I wouldn't go bald. And what's happening? Y'all want to weigh in? What's happening? You know, I'm going bald.
Bobby Streets is on.
What? And excuse please, that's little Bobby Streets.
Oh, he didn't put that. He
I
said
see.
Bobby Street.
He better get it right. And Lori. I truly need to find the hat to live out my golden years.
There's going to be lots of
I
hats.
can't keep switching hats.
Brandon
It's
Kelly
not good
said
for
that
me.
You have a strong hat game, I think.
Just got done working out at Planet Fitness, sitting on the hydro massage. Really? That's what you're doing? Well, okay. Little Bobby Streets. That's right. See, you got to get the Z in there too. I wish my grandpa was still here. I know. I do. I appreciate Grandpa every day. I do. I struggle sometimes though, because I'm a human being, for crying out loud. Human. Only human. Now that's in my head. Flesh and blood, a man. See, Shannon? Human League.
Adam's leaving us.
Of course Adam is. Oh, okay. Thank you. I need a fedora. No, Adam.
We've already discussed the
A
fedora.
fez. Get a fez.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, well at least you didn't say a beanie with a propeller. I like my 1620 hat. For those of you who tell military time, you know exactly what 1620 means.
When Beth learns to crochet, she can make you all kinds of things.
Okay,
Am I
we
crocheting?
need to
I'll
go
crochet
to
with
that.
You, as long as you're crocheting too.
All right, so
I know, I'm
and
gonna
Shannon.
learn.
I'd be happy.
Oh, I love you too, Shannon. Shannon can crochet. We both learned at the same
Oh,
time.
you can crochet. Why aren't you crocheting?
Because it's lame and I don't like it. So
I guess we're not going to get anything then.
I
And
didn't
scarves
say
for each other.
whatever. Y'all are jerks.
We love you.
Okay, so you're not even going to start crocheting because you ordered the thing like months ago.
Hey, that was the first step.
You opened it and smelled it. You've done nothing else. You legitimately opened it and
I
smelled.
didn't smell it.
You
I
did.
opened everything except for the
smelled it.
individual knitting, which I'm going to do in front of you.
The
Unwrap
fresh
You,
that.
packaging.
and
Mix
it's
it
not
up.
knitting. Stop saying knitting.
Yarn.
It's not knitting. It's yarn. And I'm number one.
The hand job.
The hand
job has
job
spoken.
struck again. Listen, lady.
Listen, Linda.
I have to tell you that
That never ends
Yeah.
well when you say that. I have to tell you.
it doesn't.
It's
It doesn't.
Stop while
Okay.
you're behind.
So I need to do a few things for the business.
Yes, you do.
And so that is going to be on the agenda. Oh. So Lal, the cookie dude, my buddy.
Best cookies on the planet.
Yep.
Yes, and oh my
They
God,
need that
speaking
for
of
like
Planet
4
Fitness,
pounds.
so Lil Bobby Streets, you need to come slumming over here and hang out with us and get some of these amazing cookies from the cookie dude. Because he bakes, I said cooks, God, he bakes all of them with great care
And magic.
and love and magic.
Ton of fat
And so
sugar.
much butter and sugar and yummy deliciousness. And so, Lal, I am recommending him to all of my clients for all their baking needs, right? And so some of my clients are going, I have a problem. And so I think Lal is creating a whole bunch of addicts.
Yeah.
Right now, and I have been enabling it.
Yes,
I've
you
been
have.
giving his
They are
card
so
out.
good. They are so good.
They each weigh like 50 pounds
They're like a 4-course meal.
for
calorie-wise,
$1.
and
For $1,
one little
y'all.
cookie.
For $1.
But they're delicious.
I think I still have like a quarter of them.
Yeah, I almost ate it today, and I realized that I'd better
This one
not.
might-
Yes. You work out tonight already? Hell to the no, Lori. I'm working out my mouth right now. Of course you worked out. So Lori has been doing very well to stay healthy. And you know what? She actually is on medication like yours, your rescue inhaler, and they had put her on something else too. And she was struggling a little bit with it and has to talk to the doctor about it. So we might have to pick her brain if she finds something that works. And Lori, I do want updates on that too. And tell Rich hi, because I like Rich. I got to meet her husband, and it was really cool because it's neat when you have a client who talks about somebody and then you meet them, because you feel like you already know him. And bless his heart, he's probably heard about me and thinks I'm weird as hell, but can't even fathom. If someone just described me to you, you wouldn't imagine this. Right?
Right.
Okay. So, bless his heart, he probably had no idea what he was getting into. But I like him. Is there anything else going on today? We talked about Dan still being here. He took the kids out today. We don't know where, but they made it back alive.
They went to the lake and something.
What lake?
Silver Lake. The only lake we have here.
Oh, look, Sarah's on. And it's Sarah without the... Sarah without the... Yeah. Okay, so they got back. Now what's going on with... they're both back, right? They both
They're all
went?
back. Mm-hmm.
Ugh, okay, but Roy's at work.
No,
So this-
they get off at 6.
See, this sucks. This is how
She was
this is
gone-
how this
they were
house
gone by
goes.
9 this morning.
So anybody who's seen this house, somebody stopped and asked if this was apartments.
Sort of.
It was kids.
Is there a
Did they
sign
want to?
out there?
Where's
No,
the
I mean
rent?
it was
I mean,
kids that
seriously.
stopped and was like,
If they're gonna pay for rent,
we
got
thought
outside right now.
we thought this was apartments. No, it's not apartments, but it feels like it because we have 6 exits.
Yeah, and 6 adults.
Do we
Two
have 6
children.
adults?
Alex might entertain the option of dorm life.
What?
Possible. And I'd be like, hey, it's the full college experience. I'm not going to deny you what you want. If you can make
Out
it
the
happen,
door.
then
We would have a whole nother room.
Extra money.
She can get funding.
It's
Right,
a little
y'all?
late.
Right, y'all?
Well,
She already has
Yeah, she-
funding.
Oh, well,
has
she ain't
a
doing it
certain
this
amount.
year. Then
Yeah.
she better pay for that shit on her
yeah,
own.
she won't
Love
be
you
going,
too, Mandy. I bet Mandy's about
Love
to
you too.
leave. She got bored with us.
She won't be going to the dorms like this semester or probably this year. I think.
Anywho's, well, it would still be extra room.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told a couple of grandpa stories. Should I tell stories on y'all? Y'all suck. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, the last thing, what are we watching? Because people always ask, what are we watching?
Who asks?
My people.
you have people?
My people.
I don't know. What are we gonna watch?
You know, I do talk to people every day. What are y'all watching? You're watching stupid Gilmore Girls. Because y'all are dumb like that.
Yeah, here and there.
and we're watching Baskets, which is hilarious. And I am watching stupid Darcy and Stacy again.
Ew.
I know it's so awful.
Let's start watching
It
Stranger
is
Things.
so awful. I am not watching Stranger Things. And I'm done.
You done what?
I'm done talking.
Good. Let's eat.
I'm over you. You could go anytime, hand job. Again, number one. Guys, oh, never. Food is calling.
Yeah,
Ah,
gotta go eat.
yeah. All right, guys. So then they're going to yell at me, and I'm just going to keep talking the more she slaps her leg. So if you hear it a couple more times, just know that... Okay. That's my cam. Thank you, guys. Love you.
Good night.